There's some Japanese there. Yep. Hello. This was just supposed to be a free talk, just a just chatting stream. And it was supposed to be starting not at 11:45. But here we are. There's an indie world. It's starting in less than 15 minutes. No one told me about it, which is par for the course. I expect to see nothing. I don't know what I'm expecting out of this. But I'm a whore for content, so this is free content. Never heard about it. Neither did I. Nintendo, it's just Nintendo strategy. They just kind of drop things. I think they're getting kind of cocky. They're just kind of dropping things and expecting people to just be like, "Oh, it's Nintendo." Like the world is always watching Nintendo. Anyway, ohayo gozaimasu. Nice. They've been pretty cocky. Yeah. I mean, the Switch is blown up. They have a little bit of a right to be cocky. They have a little grounds to be cocky. Not much, but just like a teeny tiny little bit. They are getting a little big for their britches, though. I need to get the Stream Manager window up. Hold on. Let me arrange my windows here. There we go. There we go. I have my Stream Manager set up in a very specific way so that the chat is on the left side of the screen, because I use my right monitor, so it's just less distance for me to look. By the way, all of the messages in chat are really funny because people are screaming and shouting about things that probably aren't coming. Like Mugas, which is already in there. It's like a lot of the most low IQ things. Give me Silk Song, not happening. Let's see. Genshin. I mean, if Genshin gets on the Switch, I feel like it's gonna be like the Witcher 3 effect, where it'll run, but it'll look like doo doo. A lot of people are saying want Genshin. Shantae was announced for Switch like 3 days ago, I think. I just saw the announcement trailer from Way Forward. Bravely 2 and Ori and the Will of the Wisp would be nice. Bravely 2 is already out. And people didn't like it, from what I heard. Ori is good. I would like Ori on the Switch. No more Fortnite. I don't think Fortnite is indie. People screaming for Zelda 2. I honestly can't tell if these people are kidding or not. Hey, Ray. On phone. What else is new? It's my favorite thing, because delay is funny. Speaking of delay. Yeah, I never know what to expect from these. I just assume that either A, it's going to be a lot of crap I just don't care about. And it ends up being like 20 minutes of my life that I'm not going to get back. Or B, there'll be maybe 2 or 3 things that I'm like, okay, I'm interested in seeing that. Very rare that I'm like blown away by an Indie World presentation. It's only 20 minutes long, so you get what you get. I just needed more content. I wanted free content, and this was it. This was it. Yeah, I figure it's only 20 minutes long, so we can just do this, and then just chatting comes back after. Astral Chains is cool in concept. I don't know if I consider Astral Chains indie, though. Indie title, and this calling an indie title implies that it's coming from a developer that is either not well known or is just getting started. It is. Who made Astral Chain? Platinum Games. Platinum Games is well known. I would not consider this indie. It's not my indie game. Not in my mind. Oh, there's over 30,000 people watching it. It's just going up. Bear in mind, everyone, this is top chat. This is basically like built-in slow mode. These are the top comments. This is YouTube filtering the chat, and it's still moving so fast. What if we just open the floodgate? Yeah, that's just downright unreadable now. The studio that did it was new. Okay. Yeah, but if it's Platinum Games, then it's iffy. It's like half an indie game. Let's meet in the middle. Okay, let's turn that off. Oh, so I just saw someone say Doki Doki Literature. I don't know why. Plaid just published it, but okay. All right. If Plaid didn't have a hand in it, then yeah, it's an indie game. It's just the game looks very Platinum Gamesy. Doki Doki 2 when? There won't be a Doki Doki 2. If the theories carry any weight, which I really think they do, Doki Doki 2 is going to be Portrait of Markov. It's going to be a very different game. I consider Doki Doki 2 to be Doki Doki Blue Skies, which we did a full playthrough of all of the routes. And if you want to see that, it's on the channel, the YouTube channel, CEFG 101. Go look at it. I don't see why they would have any reason to put that on the Switch, though. I don't know why they would gain anything from that. I mean, if it's on the Switch, that's cool. But it just doesn't really need to be there. I mean, yeah, but that was supposed to come out in, like, 2018. I mean, things happen. Maybe they canceled it. Maybe it's just taking longer than they thought it would. I mean, like, look at Cuphead. Cuphead came out so much later than it was supposed to. It came out like 3 years late. Yeah, sometimes life happens. Oh, I don't know why I started the stream 15 minutes early. I was just kind of antsy. I think that it isn't actually a planned game. It could be the case. I mean, Salvato has also taken time to like make Mario Maker levels as well, so I don't know. It could be any number of reasons why that hasn't come out yet. What are people in Smash saying? Amogus in Smash? If they make a Smash announcement in Indie World, my mind will be blown. And I kind of doubt that they will. If they ever make a Smash announcement in Indie World, that means that they could make Smash announcements in anything, and that would mean people would always expect it. That would be dumb. Yeah, but also, what's already dumb, we're already past dumb because we're at a point where they actually need to clarify with every stream at this point, it seems like that there will when and where there will be Smash announcements. In order to prevent backlash. And even then, there's still a little bit of backlash, I feel like, from idiots. I saw something that caught my eye, but I already forgot it. What was it? Maybe we'll catch a glimpse of it as I'm going up. Hungry Night for Switch? I've never heard of that. Danganronpa for Switch? Danganronpa for Switch would be kind of good, actually. I would take that. Y'all calm? Obviously not Tough Funk. Tomodachi Life is an indie game. I do not care about indie games. Then why are you watching this? Why are you here? What do you mean you don't care? Oh, here it is. Effing up with not Friday Night Funkin'. Friday Night Funkin' on the Switch would be nice. It's just not finished yet. I would want we played it yesterday and someone was telling me that they're adding week 7 soon. I would want them to like have something that's finished before they start putting it on consoles. I mean, I just think it is cool when it happens. Like, oh hey, piece of candy, Danganronpa and indie. I mean, it's not indie, but I could see them putting it in this showcase. Genshin Impact, please. Yeah, more stuff that's not happening. If Genshin Impact's coming to Switch, that's cool. I don't think it's going to come in the Indie World presentation. Indie World games have always been small. And then you have Nintendo Directs where with all the big games as well as the games that pay Nintendo to be there. Like, no, Genshin is planned, just not soon. Oh. Well, hopefully that doesn't suffer from the Witcher 3 effect. Everyone knows what the Witcher 3 effect is by now, right? Do I need to explain it again? Within the next, like, 3 minutes before the stream starts. The Witcher 3 effect is a term of mine that describes when a game gets ported to the Switch and it plays, you know, it functions, it runs, it just looks awful. Like, if you look at pictures of The Witcher 3 on the Switch, it looks like it was not meant to be put onto the Switch. And so the Witcher 3 effect is when you port a game to the Switch that doesn't really run very well on the Switch, and it just doesn't look like, it just ends up looking awful and not playing. It runs, and that's about all it does, because it wasn't. Yeah, exactly. That's the Witcher 3 effect. Recently, what is it called? Outer Realms, the space travel game. That's a game that that suffers from the Witcher 3 effect. Just don't look right, man. It don't look right. Outer Worlds, that's the one. Yep. Yeah, that suffers from the Witcher 3 effect. Hardcore. Yeah, it's like any game that gets ported to the Switch that really shouldn't be on it. It just doesn't run well on it. That's the Witcher 3 effect. Rip, fun game too. I mean, you can still play it on PC and whatever consoles it's on. And it'll run fine, because it's meant to run in those consoles. It just doesn't run very well on the Switch. Like, literally, it's nice if you're the person who only owns a Switch. Danganronpa isn't indie, but I wouldn't want it on Switch, not gonna lie. I think visual novels work well on Switch. Because it's like a book. You can just take it with you. You know? But no, it's nice to have those games on the Switch for the people who only own a Switch, because then they get to experience them when they otherwise maybe wouldn't be able to. But it just kind of sucks that, like, it's so poopy looking. This delayed response because it was doing something because of the stream delay. If there was that much stream delay, I would be concerned. The Switch is meant to be portable, so it makes sense that those games don't run well. Exactly. They're running on inferior hardware. Oh, it's gonna be starting soon. It's 12 o'clock now. There it is. All right, here we go. Due to COVID-19, of course. Pour myself some water. Okay. Starting out pretty strong. Cool trailer, cool intro. Did they have this last time? I don't remember.
Hello, everyone. Welcome
Hi.
to Indie World. My name's Ted.
Hey, Ted.
I'm Elise, and we're here
Hi,
to check
Elise.
out a fresh selection of indie games coming to the Nintendo Switch system.
Great.
There are lots of great games out there, and we're here to help you find your next favorites. So let's get started.
Powerpuff Girls.
It's me, Alex.
Hi, Alex.
I met this girl, this boy, loser, at the diner, at the gas station, in the mountains.
Have we seen this?
They were hitchhiking, driving. They were escaping to the border.
I feel like we've seen this.
Looking for someone called Zoe, John, Jared, Sonia. I'm running from the police. I'm running from some bad guys.
Interesting.
Played games with me. They stole
This is my kind of jam. Multiple worlds, multiple
I have
timelines.
to come back home. I have to make my own way to help the brigades. Where am I? Road 13, Road 42, Road 67, Road 96.
One before the storm. Road 96. Hey, this is Arcs. We're happy to announce that our new game will be released on Nintendo Switch. Road 96 is a procedural narrative game inspired by the road movies of the 90s. It's a great challenge to tell a story starting from anywhere, and we are very happy with the form it took. Interesting! We put everything we love into road trips. This game is travel memories that we've made just for you. And where we'll take you, no one knows, because your road is your own. If it works, that actually sounds like it'd be really cool.
I'm excited to see where these roads lead in this procedural story-driven game from DigixArt.
It sounds fascinating.
Take on the roles of different teenagers and hit the open road for a path to freedom.
On this perilous trip, you'll meet characters from all walks of life and learn their intertwining stories. Some folks may help you out, others might impede your journey. With thousands of potential paths to take, the decision
I guess it depends on how procedural it is.
Alter your experience. What happens if you take the bus?
Take it easy.
Or call a taxi? In the end, all roads have to lead somewhere.
You're not lying, are you?
There are
Trippy.
many roads. Which one will you take?
How's the volume, by the way?
96 drives onto Nintendo Switch later this year.
Good, louder, quieter.
I go by Aerial Knight Online.
Hey, Neil.
I'm the creator and developer of Aerial Knights Never Yield, a narrative runner that captures the spirit of classic games in the genre, but with a few new features and a lot of style.
Okay.
I created this game in Detroit to make space for myself in the game industry, which previously refused to make space for me. And with the help of some of my amazing friends who created something that represents much more.
Maybe she's quiet, or you were loud by comparison.
Aerial Knights Never Yield will be coming to Nintendo Switch, which means you can
Turn
free
it up
run
some.
your way to victory to the beat of a dope soundtrack at home or on the go.
How's that?
Please enjoy this look at Aerial Knights Never Yield.
Okay. It's a runner game. Which is, what he said, but... The character kind of looks like him. Is this a self-insert? If so, I'm not against it. As long as the game is good, who cares?
Bringing it back in full effect to the next. Running with the best, never missing a step. From the east to the west, I stay fresh, I finesse, I progress with no stress. In and out the city, I get busy, they can't get me, I can't be stopped. I'm on top of 100%, I'm giving it all I got. It's on lock, I'm gon' rock.
This might be harsh to say, but like... This could be harsh for me to say, but like, why is
I gotta
this
say,
on the
this
Switch?
Definitely isn't your typical runner. A 3D side-scroller with parkour action set in a futuristic Tokyo-style Detroit? Sign me up.
Run, jump, slide, and dash through the city as the protagonist Wally to save what's left of the future. And you'll no doubt be head-bopping to the amazing soundtrack by Detroit artist Daniel Wilkins.
Yeah, this game looks
with
really good,
vocals
but
from
like, it
artists
also looks like
around
it could
the
just be a
world.
mobile game.
Aerial Knights Never Yield.
That could just be me being really
slides onto
nitpicky about it,
Nintendo
but like,
Switch, May 19th.
I don't
A
see why it's
demo
on the
will be
Switch.
Available on Nintendo eShop later today.
Demo available later today. Okay, maybe we'll take a look at it then.
Annapurna Interactive, publisher of Florence and
Yeah,
What Remains
exactly.
of Edith Finch, have a couple more artistic gems headed to Nintendo Switch. Let's take a look.
Artsy fartsy games.
Jack, everybody thinks you're me. We have to face the facts here. We aren't ever gonna be the same again.
3 entangled stories.
Why are you only
Okay.
speaking to me and not the others?
I've bent over backwards trying to keep this family together, but what can I do with this?
1 incredible adventure.
You've been playing.
Doing anything.
I'm not following any of this.
The next frontier. Now show 'em what you're made of.
I didn't follow any of that. Hindsight.
How do you know what to keep? And what to get rid of?
Okay. Ooh, interesting.
There's some things that I can't let go. They transport me to the past.
It's
Distant memories
Untitled Goose Game.
and dreams that cascade into one another.
The art style is just very Untitled Goose Game.
Before I know it, I'm pulled back to the present.
Not the one lost there. No, you were not. I had no clue what that trailer was about.
Here, alone.
I'm sure if I sat down and analyzed it, I would figure it out, but you know, casual consumer watching a live stream, I'm not going to do that.
Last Stop arrives on Nintendo Switch, July 2021. Hindsight comes to Nintendo Switch later this year.
On behalf
So I'm not
of
sure.
everyone here at Roll7, I'm stoked to announce our next title. Our new game is a vibrant action platformer taking you on a journey across the island of Radland on a quest to meet the legendary skate gods. Skateboarding is a sport and an art form with so much
this is
space
Ollie?
for creativity and expression, and that's something we really wanted to capture in our new game. We're embracing the weird, wonderful, and diverse sides of skateboarding in a game that's all about going on a road trip with your friends, finding
I
crazy
got Ollie
spots,
for free
and
on
of course,
PS
skating
Plus like a
everything
while
inside.
back.
The team have put a lot of love into
And I
this
tried
project,
it. It was
and we're really excited
interesting.
to share it with you. So without further ado, here's a look at Ollie Ollie World.
I didn't put a lot of time into it, but
The latest title in the Ollie Ollie series from Roll7
Seemed
is
alright.
just off the rails. Tear up the streets
I
of
see what you did there.
Radland and search for the mystical skate gods on your quest for Nirvana
Mystical
in
skate
this
gods.
slick action platformer.
Okay.
The developers have created a silky smooth gameplay experience with super tight controls and level design that flows with your combos. There are so many tricks to master that even a legendary
Looks meh.
skater would tremble.
yeah, I can see it getting boring.
There's no need to aim for precision all the time, though. Down for a more chilled out experience? Explore multiple paths through the game's levels. Along the way, you'll get to meet colorful characters, take on quirky side quests, and discover all the hidden secrets of this weird.
Like
and
skateboarding games are
gorgeous
fun
skating
if you're like
utopia.
in the sandbox.
Ride through
right?
Radland in Ollie Ollie World, launching on Nintendo Switch.
So it
this
kind
winter.
of seems like you would get bored of
Hallo, ich bin
going
Hans
one way after a
Peter
while.
von Studio Seufz aus Deutschland. Vor etwa 9 Jahren kam ich beim Wandern an
I
eine Höhle,
would-
die mit einer
I
alten
would be
Sage
very
verknüpft
curious to see
ist.
like
Ein
how
alter
they
König legte sich angeblich dort zur Ruhe und bat seine
handle it
Diener,
though.
ihn aufzuwecken, sobald die Zeit
King lost his
gekommen
powers,
ist.
blamed himself to rest there, and
Ich
ordered
fand
his
diese
servant.
Geschichte
The
so
story fascinated me, and I
faszinierend,
had the
dass ich
idea to
mir
make a
ein
video game where you would
Videospiel
have
davon
to
machen wollte,
wait
wo man 400 Tage lang auf dieses Erwachen
400
warten
days
muss.
for this awakening.
Und einige Jahre lang war dieses Spiel mein
I made a
Herzensprojekt,
game where
weil ich
you watch
herausfinden
paint
wollte, wie
dry.
ich an Zeit als Spielmechanik verwenden kann, um diese Geschichte
I love to
zu
explore the
erzählen.
passage of time can be used as a
Ich
creative
hoffe, ihr
game.
werdet alle
You
Spaß
enjoy it
haben,
too
jetzt
when the
The
longing
Longing
launches
für
for Nintendo Switch.
zu spielen.
I hope there's gameplay. Yep. You play as a lonely servant. Wow, take my money. Damn straight. Your task is to wait for 400 days. How will you pass the time? He looks like he moves really slowly. He's so slow. Interesting concept? Yes. I don't think that's enough.
This hand-drawn art style. I've never seen anything like it. And wow, 400 days in real time?
You don't actually have to play this adventure game to see how it ends, but that doesn't mean you should leave this little guy all alone. This is a shade, the last servant of a king who once ruled an underground kingdom. Explore dark caves, complete time-based puzzles, and collect items as you long for him to awaken. The longing comes to Nintendo Switch later today.
Later today.
What's our next game?
I don't know,
There
man.
is no game.
Doesn't look very good.
All right then?
No, really. The game is actually called There Is No Game. It's a point-and-click comedy adventure filled with riddles and puzzles. There's a broader story here in this non-game as well. Let's not ruin the fun, though. Just know
Point and
this.
click.
If you're looking for something different, something experimental that's full of surprises, then look no further.
There is no game.
I like point and
wrong
click
to mention.
games because
Launches
you
on
get the
Nintendo
people,
Switch later
especially
today.
indie ones, because they always get really creative with them. But not on console. It doesn't really work.
Today, we're very excited to announce Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge for Nintendo Switch system.
This game is a side-scrolling beat 'em up. We took direct inspiration from the classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games.
Oh,
like
yeah, I know about this.
We're using the classic and famous 87 design with colorful pixel art.
I've been hearing rumblings of the Turtles coming back.
Features fit the project perfectly.
We hope you like this trailer as much as we do.
See you in Dimension X.
Show it to me. Show it to me. Actually, there's no game that would be good for the Switch. I guess you have the touchscreen. That makes sense. This looks beautiful. I never played the original arcade version, so I don't have a frame of reference. But you know, if they stay faithful to it, then I'm sure it'll be really good. Unfortunately, it's one of those games that's better with friends, and I have no friends. Oh, it's made by Tribute.
Whoa!
Already off to a good start.
Flashback to the 80s?
Even better.
Tribute does a
This is
really good
new
job with
game that
making
proudly
old-fashioned games like
celebrates
this.
its roots. The game is reminiscent of classic arcade beat-em-ups, and it's got a blend of retro and modern visuals. This side-scroller reunites our 4 favorite turtles as they kick some serious shell. Dive into this bodacious game, developed by Tribute Games
this will be good.
and
This will
published
be good
by
then.
Dotemu, who also published Streets of Rage 4 and Wonder Boy: The Dragon's Trap.
All right, we'll be fine.
Teenage Mutant
This game will
Ninja
probably
Turtles
turn out pretty good.
Shredder's Revenge comes to Nintendo Switch later
this
this
year.
year.
Retro
Chris
fanboys
Tales
are
from
cooing in the
Colombian
pants right now.
developers Dreams Incorporated and Sick draws inspiration from classic and modern JRPGs. What especially stands out about it is the time-traveling aspect of gameplay. You can shift time during combat, which can have a variety of effects, like making enemies younger and thus easier to defeat.
While exploring this handcrafted, dark fairy tale world, you'll recruit a diverse cast of allies and discover new realms, such as the Shining Kingdom of Crystallis. Can you stop the Empress from destroying the world? Chris Tales lands on Nintendo Switch, July 20th.
Turn-based RPGs that have interesting mechanics catch my eye always, but I can never finish them.
Stylized Japanese aesthetic, Getsu Fumiden
That looks really cool, though.
delivers a dynamic hack-and-slash roguelite experience filled with perilous dungeons.
I wish there was a little more time to
fierce
talk in
boss
between all
battles,
these.
and intense skill-based combat.
Delve into the depths of the underworld while mastering a diverse
This looks pretty.
range
It
of
does.
weapons and otherworldly powers to drive back the dark forces dwelling within. Getsu Fumiden, Undying Moon, comes to Nintendo Switch next year.
I mean, the story can be whatever it wants as long as it plays well.
Detrás de Aztec Forgotten Gods. Hoy estamos súper emocionados de compartir con ustedes por fin nuestro siguiente proyecto. Un juego de acción
An action-adventure game inspired by one of the most beautiful cultures on the planet. Okay.
Aztec Forgotten Gods.
Aztec Forgotten Gods.
Con un universo fascinante
A fascinating action-filled universe.
En Lienzo, estamos muy
In
orgullosos
Lienzo,
de
you're
poder
proud to be able
compartir
to
un
share a little
poquito de
bit
México con
of
jugadores
Mexico
en
with players
todo
all
el
around the world.
Esperemos que les guste.
Hope you like it. Okay, what are we looking at? Uncover the mysteries of the past. Okay, this took a weird turn from realistic art style. Woo, it's 3D. You know when an indie company makes a 3D action game, they put a lot of love into it. That looks really nice, actually. This is an indie title?
If you're looking for a grand adventure, look no further than Aztec Forgotten Gods. It tells the story
Damn.
of Ashley, a courageous woman who battles colossal deities. The game puts Aztec mythology and futuristic technology front and center.
As Ashley, you'll gain powerful arm upgrades, traverse different areas within a modern Mesoamerican metropolis, and encounter all sorts of characters to uncover ancient secrets. However, sometimes the truth is best left forgotten. Aztec Forgotten Gods soars onto the Nintendo Switch system fall 2021.
Family call, gotta go. Bye, Ray. That looks wicked. I'll have to look into that. Oh, Skull. I think... Wasn't John playing this on stream a while back?
어릴 적부터 액션 플랫포머 게임에 빠져 살았던 꿈 많은 청년들은 대학교 동아리에서 만나 팀을 이루었고.
Alright, I'm gonna ignore this guy for a second and just say Aztec looks. If you told me that was like a big budget game, I would believe you.
판타지 클리셰도 재밌지만 그 반대는 어떨까요? 이제 곧 불멸의 최악체 몬스터.
If you were like, yeah, Sony's publishing this, I would believe it. Looks really nice. I've heard of this game, but I don't know anything about it. That looks like a straight up Aztec looks like an actual $60 game. This looks pretty good too. Woo! Any game that lets me feel like a badass, I'm down. I love feeling powerful. If you can find a way to balance like difficulty with feeling really powerful,
Skull the Hero
perfect.
Slayer is a 2D fast action roguelite where you take on an entire army to rescue
Skull,
your
as you were
team.
playing a monster
And the
being
best
hunted by
part,
heroes.
To progress in the game, you'll need to swap abilities, which is done by swapping heads.
With 90 playable characters.
Oh, does it have like copy abilities
each with
like
their own
Kirby?
Special abilities plus numerous items and upgrades. There are certainly enough possibilities here to make your head spin.
So get ahead. Literally.
Kinda.
In Skull the Hero
I
Slayer,
can get into that.
Launching on Nintendo Switch.
I love
summer
Kirby games.
2021.
We're nearing the end of today's showcase. Before we go, there are several more indie games we'd like to show you. Please.
Oh, is this the sizzle reel? Here comes the ones that didn't pay enough. What you got for me? Could we see what they are? Are you gonna give us the names of these games? Or are we just gonna be made to guess? Here we go. Art of Rally. It could either be really fun or really boring. I don't know. I guess it depends on who you are. Kiwi? One was that was she using like a stand? Was that what that was? Fez. Ooh, we will learn it today. I've never played Fez, but it looks neat. Pokemon Snap.
Ready to start your next indie adventure on Nintendo Switch?
Indie World Sale.
Head on over to Nintendo eShop or
Dude, if I had money, I'd be all about this.
Indie World Sale. Available later today.
Woo! That's all for today's Indie World Showcase. We hope you're looking forward to these games.
On behalf of everyone at Nintendo, we'd like to thank our talented community of partners and developers for
Aztec
bringing
looks
their
dope,
games
actually.
to the Nintendo Switch system.
That one looks dumb.
And thank you to all of our amazing fans for tuning in.
To stay up to date with all the latest news from Indie World, please be sure to follow our official Twitter account at IndieWorld. Until
Sure.
next time.
Sure,
Happy
we'll
gaming.
follow Indie World North America. Why not?
We spoke too soon. We actually
What?
have one more game to show you.
Has everyone left already?
Welcome. First, we're gonna have a little fun tonight, folks.
What is this? I like the vibe. That is a hand. Those are figures. Is leave possible? Does Bruno Mars is gay? This looks trippy. Whoa, what? Oxenfree? Where have I heard that before? Where have I heard that name? 2021. I know the name, but I can't place it. What is Oxenfree? Is that the end? Yo, Oxenfree 2? Yeah, the people who know who that is are popping off right now. I know it's a game. Hold on. Supernatural mystery graphic adventure game developed and published by Night School Studio. Microsoft Windows, OS X, and Xbox One in January 2016. PlayStation 4 and the next versions released later in 2016. Why do I feel like I got that with PlayStation Plus? Almost 5 stars on Steam. That's a good sign. It's only $10. Maybe that'll be something we have to play later. Okay. I don't want to. Well, I want to jump straight into the free talking portion of the stream. So let's just very briefly go ahead and I'll pull up some music. Let's just very briefly talk about some of the things we saw. Just real quick, like, you know? Real quick, like. So, yeah. The Aztec game looked sweet. You could have put that in a Nintendo Direct and said it was like coming from a big publisher, and I would have believed it. It's been free multiple places, multiple times. Can't believe it's indie. It looks super slick. It looks really nice, actually. You can even like the art style is very indie, but I still would have believed that it was like from a big publisher. It looks really good. It looked really good. Looks like there's gonna be some like fun traversal elements in it too. I just hope it plays well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep up with that one. That one looked really nice. Let's see. I'm gonna turn the music down. Hang on. I'll turn that for you guys to compensate. There we go. Just turning it down for me. I also, let's see, what else was in there? Someone's posting the list already, right? Someone's already making the list of all the shiz that was in Indie World. Indie World Showcase. Let's see. Indie World. Featured titles. Here we go. Round 96 seems interesting. If it works, then that game will be awesome. I can already tell you that. Yeah, here's the list. Showcase titles. Road 96. Road 96, if it plays, if it functions, it'll be really interesting. I'm curious to know just how procedural it is. Like, I want to know how deep it goes. That's what I'm interested in seeing. Aerial Knights Never Yield. To me, it looks like a mobile game ported to the Switch. But maybe they're going to end up doing something with the extra power. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see what that one looks like. It's coming out in about a month. Give or take. Last Stop, I couldn't even tell you. I don't know what. You could glean anything from that trailer. Kind of the same thing with Hindsight. Hindsight was a little more clear, it seemed like, with its trailer. It probably would have helped that I was paying attention to it instead of saying how much of a not help it was, the Last Stop trailer. This was kind of meh. Ollie Ollie World. seemed like it'd be fun for 5 minutes and then it would probably get boring. The Lost King, I mean, the Longing. I don't even know where to start. Like, it's a really interesting concept. It just seems slow. You move so slowly. If the main character didn't move so slowly, I would actually be interested in maybe giving it a look. But the fact that he's so slow combined with everything else is just literally, it's like paint drying the game. Watching paint dry the game. So I'm not too interested in that. There is no game wrong dimension. I see what you're saying, Paul, where like with the touchscreen, it could probably do well on Switch. I mean, point and click is always best enjoyed on like a computer, but I'm not against it on being on the Switch. I think it's nice that it's on the Switch now. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. If I had friends, I would get this in a heartbeat. That's, you keep forgetting Switch as a touchscreen because no one's allowed to leave their home. So there's no reason to pull it out of the dock ever. You never need to take it anywhere. Unless you just really need to take a poo and you decide you're not done gaming yet. You want to take a break from gaming and take your poo, so you take it to the toilet with you. I actually remember when I first got the Switch, I made that joke. I was like, guys, it's the future of gaming. I no longer have to stop playing the game to go to the bathroom. I can just take it with me. We're living in the future. Chris Tales, I don't even remember what it was about. Oh wait, this is the time travel thing. From a concept perspective, I think it looks very interesting. From a me perspective, I don't like turn-based combat games, so yeah. I can just bring Skyrim with me to the bathroom. And Fusruda that poo right out of me. Fusruda! Ah. Gross. All right. Anyway, back on track. I mean, if I play a turn-based, it is going to be Octopath. Octopath combat. If turn-based games have interesting combat, if they have like interesting mechanics, then I'm more interested in playing them. But otherwise, I don't care about turn-based combat games. I like to be in control of my combat. I want to actually do the action. I don't want to tell someone to do it and then watch them do it. Then I'm just playing a choose your own adventure. This is not as fun. Here we go. Aztec Forgotten Gods looks fucking sick, but I feel like we've already talked about it enough, so we're gonna move on. Beat Saber when? When I have enough money to buy a Vive. Which, I can already tell you, not gonna be for a while. Skull of the Hero Slayer. You've seen it probably. I think everyone's seen it. Art of Rally. Looked alright. Kiwi looks kind of cute. Labyrinth City, Pierre the Maze Detective, is Where's Waldo Simulator. If that is not all of them, that is all of them that are listed here. Fez coming on the Switch today. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right, so we're good. Yeah, my thoughts on the Indie World Showcase. It could have been better, could have been worse. They had some really good games in there. It was the latter of what I said. There's either nothing I care about or just a handful of games, and I'm like, okay. Anyway, that's it for talking about the Indie World Showcase, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and transition over now to just chatting. Just changing stream info. Typing surprisingly fast for just me. There we go. Okay, we are now just chatting. What's up, everybody? What's going on? I had a hole in the schedule. I needed to fill it, so here we are. I needed to fill it with something. woke up for this. And why would you? Sounds like a horrible idea. Sounds like a loss. I woke up to hang out with my friends. Okay, maybe that's a good reason to wake up, actually. That could be a good reason. Oh. Let's talk about some stuff, guys. Let me start with this, okay? I started up a Bloodborne playthrough shortly after we finished that one from a couple weeks ago, from like the Bloodborne anniversary week, just for fun. I ended up scrapping the first one I started because I was going for blood skill and I kind of messed up and I was getting stuck and frustrated, so I just quit. Started up a skill build. I think I started a new one last night or the night before. And I don't remember when I started up, but I went back to it last night because I made a discovery, okay? And this is a real thing that is in Bloodborne. I'm not even kidding. There is a thing in Bloodborne referred to in the community as, and I quote, the cum chalice. The cum chalice. Because the glyph for it is CUMMMFPK. Le fuck? Yeah, let me explain. It's called the cum chalice because of the glyph, but what it is it's the most efficient XP grinding you can possibly have in the game. And I always kind of knew about it and I just never used it. I finally caved and tried it last night. I don't think I will ever not use the cum chalice in playthroughs ever again, because it's so easy. If you're just looking for a smooth playthrough, it's nice. The way it works, okay, is it's actually not a real chalice. It's a glitched chalice that you can create so long as you have one chalice on hand. You don't even have to like create the chalice first. You don't even have to perform the ritual for the first time to have access to it. If you can use the chalice tombstones, you can make this chalice with the chalice glyph. It's a glitched chalice. It's not a legit chalice. I could boot up the game and show you guys or find a video or something, but I'm not going to. Look it up if you're curious. But it's a glitched chalice, and you start off in the Chamber of the Seal like normal. You have no health. For some reason, your maximum health is set down to like nothing. You walk out of the Chamber of the Seal, and you stand next to the left wall, and off in the distance, an enemy, for whatever reason, it's either just fallen out of the world or stuck in a wall or something. It just starts dying. Just some really powerful enemy. It dies. And then you get like 83,000+ blood echoes. And then you just go back to Hunter's Dream and you cash those echoes in, and all of a sudden you're level 45 before you've even beaten Vicar Amelia, and the game becomes a breeze. And I was just like, oh, I'm never gonna play Bloodborne any other way. This is fantastic. Money will never be an obstacle ever again, because you ever run out of money, you just go into the chalice. The enemy respawns, he dies, you get 80 bucks, 80k for free, and then you spend it on whatever you want. And it's just fantastic. I love it. I will never not use the cum chalice ever again, I think. I think I'm just attached at the hip to that thing. Holy shit. Yeah, it's incredible. So I'm tempted to do another Bloodborne playthrough. But I want to do like a speedrun of the game where I cheat. So I just abuse the cum chalice to get like level 100 before I've even beaten Vicar Amelia, and then I just play through the game and see what happens. And just steamroll it. I even find that in the first place. Either it was something in the game's code that just never got written out, or it's something that someone hacked into existence. I believe it's the latter. I think someone just like made it. There's a couple like that people have made by looking to the game's code. There's one chalice in the game actually that you can go into and then fight a boss that was never finished. Like the model, a loose representation of the model is there, and there are some animations that aren't finished, and there's a risk. You run the risk of getting stuck in the chalice, but other than that, you can fight a boss that was never meant to be fought, which is neat. Yeah, the community has found all kinds of crazy stuff in Bloodborne. That's cool. It is. It's very cool. Yeah, being level 45 before you should be is very cool. And it's the preferred way of playing Bloodborne because it makes Bloodborne easy. Anytime I can break a game, I am happy. Gonna have to look into it. Yeah, it's a very fun way. It's super easy to do. You just have to beat the Bloodstarved Beast to get a chalice, and then you can just do the chalice cliff. It's like it's not hard. It's very easy. Especially when you're me and you can get to the Bloodstarved Beast in about 2 hours or less. If I really wanted to, I could probably just like book it to Gascoigne, kill Gascoigne, then maybe stop in Hunter's Dream to get a few levels after that, and then just speed run straight to the Bloodstarved Beast. I could just get all my levels. Because levels don't really matter at that point. You just need enough stuff. You should try a speedrun of BB on stream. That'd be cool. Maybe. The problem is there's a lot of skips in Bloodborne that I would want to be able to do if I did a speedrun that are really hard. And if you look at Jesus Here's Toast's run of it during a GDQ, even he's not consistent. He screwed up the first skip in the game like immediately. Gotta start somewhere. Fair. Yeah, it does just require practice, but like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to put in the time to get really good at the game. I would love to do it. I don't know. Like if streams were more profitable for me and I could just do that on stream knowing that I would get viewers out of it, then maybe. If there was like, because I know I always talk about this problem that I have. I always talk about streamer stuff like at least once per stream because I don't know, I'm self-centered. But I'm weirdly hesitant about trying to stream full time, which I basically am, since I don't have a job and I just stream every day almost at this point. But I'm hesitant to like fully commit to it because it doesn't make money right now, and I feel weird about. I don't know. It's like a weird feeling of guilt. So like if doing Bloodborne speedruns would guarantee like get me viewers and donations to to have start making an income off of streams. Yeah, maybe I could play Bloodborne and never get bored of it. I could speedrun Bloodborne over and over again on stream and never get tired of it. Yeah, I would love to do that. But part of the other reason why I'm hesitant to do it too, I've been struggling. I've kind of talked about this lately. I've been struggling to find my brand, like what works for me, right? And it took my mom and dad finally taking an interest, more of a heavy interest in my streaming career. I think I teased this during Duolingo on Monday. I was like, my parents are finally being a little more supportive of the streaming stuff. They're at the point where they want me to like, if I'm gonna do it, they want me to succeed at it. Which also means that they now have opinions on what I should do. So my dad's thinking, which is not necessarily wrong, right? The hardest part of criticism is that usually your critics are either right or they're wrong, but they have a point. My dad is somewhere in the middle. He's not entirely wrong. He does have a point. He really thinks I should play Rainbow Six Siege on stream. many problems with that one. First of all, okay, I don't like playing shooters. I make an exception for Overwatch because it's funny and it's like it's more friendly towards casual players, which I am. But I suck at shooters, especially competitive shooters. That's why I don't play Valorant. Like, I played Valorant maybe twice on stream, and I was like, okay, the only enjoyment I get out of this game is when I tell everyone on my team to all go Odin, which is, I think, the big machine gun. Like the big gun. It's like, I only have fun in that game when I go, okay, we're losing our money next round anyway, go all Odin, and then I piss off John. That's like the only time I enjoy that game. So if that's the only time I have fun in that game and I have to do it at the expense of someone else, maybe I just shouldn't play it. Maybe it's just not the game for me. So I don't play Valorant on stream. I don't want to play like Counter-Strike on stream. I don't really want to play Rainbow Six Siege on stream because I just don't enjoy it. Would those games get me viewers? Would those games get me more attention? Yeah, I think they would, absolutely. And like my parents were kind of saying, maybe you have to play this game that feels like a job in order to like be able to do the other things you enjoy. But here's where the problem comes in, okay? If I just briefly pull up my insights here. That's the wrong monitor for once. I got this on the other monitor. So if we just go over to the channel analytics here and scroll down, you can see that first of all that I'm piss poor. I only made $13, and that's a good period. But that's beside the point. Here's the categories that my viewers like to watch these past 30 days or so: Duolingo, Just Chatting, Minecraft, Apex Legends. I don't see a lot of room in here for Rainbow Six Siege. Do you guys? Because I don't see a lot of room in here. If you play something that you clearly don't enjoy, it shows. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure if I played it with friends, I would have fun with it. But I wouldn't, if I got popular through it, it would lead to my fear. And what leads to me saying what I was saying before about brands, about branding. I feel like I finally realized what my brand is. Yeah, hey Fiota. I finally realized what my brand is, and it's because my dad told me to play Rainbow Six Siege. My brand is just, I realized that my brand is just not at all Rainbow Six Siege, and that helped me finally figure it out. I would say now that my brand of content on Twitch is like the voice acting stuff on VNs, okay? And then just like chill streams, right? Just streams where it kind of feels like we're hanging out. You know, anything that lets me interact with chat a lot is good. Maybe like the playthroughs and stuff mixed into it every now and then for shits and giggles. And ultimately, anything that lets me interact with chat and have a good time, and then is like on brand for me. And then anything that's like just chill and relaxing, like Tetris. I kind of want to play Tetris more because I feel like there were people who were interested in that. Just stuff that you can relax to. That's kind of what my brand has become. So in other words, the exact opposite of the testosterone and gun boners that comes from playing Rainbow Six Siege. So yeah, I don't know that I'm ever gonna play Rainbow Six Siege on stream. I might try it because, you know, my dad's not wrong, right? Like, it would get me more audience, but the problem is it's the audience that only cares about shooters, that's into like competitive shooters and people who are good at competitive shooters, which I'm not. So it's very hard to get those people to come over to watch like Minecraft or Duolingo, God forbid. That's where the problem lies, and that's why I was like, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. I think you're at your best with games that the chat feels like they interact with you with. Exactly. which is hard for me to do with like normal games, quote unquote, such as Miles Morales, even Bloodborne sometimes. I would say Bloodborne maybe slightly less than Miles Morales because with Miles Morales, I get so invested in just playing that I get distracted. And I had the similar problem with Breath of the Wild as well on Saturday last week, which is why you didn't see Breath of the Wild in the schedule for this week. Just because I was so out of it for Breath of the Wild that I just completely zoned out. And I just like, there was a point where I just was silent for a good maybe 2 to 5 minutes. I don't even know. And I was just like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to talk on stream. It's just like, shit. But yeah, I really am at my best when I'm able to interact with the chat. So yeah, that's why I've kind of started like, that was also why I wanted to focus more on visual novels, because that gives me plenty of room to interact with you guys, because I can stop at any point right in the middle and it's fine. And then also I'd say on brand for me, stuff that I can improv off of easily. I like to make the dry funnies. Yeah, I was gonna say as such. Yeah, I feel like people like the visual novels when they could make it out to them. Because that's the other thing I don't think about a lot is when it comes to like building an audience is like not everyone can make it out to your stream, and then also not everyone will stick around for your entire stream. We can't all be crazy kids like Carlix and Link, who are just like, yeah, I'm in school and have nothing to do for an afternoon. I'll hang out with you. And even then, they're usually at school, so. What else was I gonna say? But yeah, I finally understand now what my brand is. All because my dad told me that I should play Rainbow Six Siege on stream, and I was like, that's a terrible idea. Not against trying it, but I don't know it'll do well. I wouldn't want to build myself around it. How about that? Playing it on occasion just to be bad at it and have people laugh at me, I could do that. I could see myself doing that. Good job on figuring yourself out a little. Thank you. It was a big step, finally knowing what I want to do. And it's also the reason why for all you Minecrafters out there, you might start seeing a little more Minecraft on the channel, because now that I've finally started paying attention to the insights a little more, I have always noticed that every time I look at the categories that my viewers like, Minecraft is always on that list, and I just never play it. So I was like, if I started playing Minecraft more, maybe that could be the Rainbow Six Siege that my dad wants me to start playing. Maybe Minecraft is my Rainbow Six Siege. Maybe that's the game that pulls viewers in. Minecraft is timeless. It truly is. Yeah. And it'll be tricky because with Minecraft, right? Minecraft is one of those categories on Twitch that's really oversaturated. I'm sorry I'm talking about Twitch stuff again. I feel like I do this all the damn time. Minecraft is one of those categories that is really oversaturated with a lot of people streaming it. It's just like Fortnite. You have like 1,000 people streaming that game at any given time, and you have to compete with all of them for attention. But framing myself as the Minecraft noob pulls people in. As long as I play halfway decently and people don't get too frustrated with me, I might get people who are interested in staying. The problem is, you either have to be really funny or you have to be good at what you're doing. You have to be, like we just talked about this, the last talking stream too. I finally had another epiphany about streaming, last week as well, where I realized that it's not good enough. It's not enough to just play a game that is popular. It's not enough to be entertaining as a streamer or content creator. You have to play the games that people want to watch you play. If, based on what we looked at in the channel analytics just now, it seems like 40% of the people who watch my streams want to watch me do Duolingo on stream. Which is why I've been doing Duolingo every week for the past 3 weeks. It's because people want to watch that. I was thinking about it. I don't think Minecraft is you, even though people like Minecraft. Yeah, but it's about pulling people in. And I'm gonna be on the John added me to his Minecraft server, his community Minecraft server. So I'll be on a server with a lot of people. That might playing with people might get me to play the game more and enjoy it. Plus, you know, I've always liked Minecraft. I've just always played it by myself. Having a community to play with will definitely get me to play it more and take more of an interest in it. And also, I need to talk to people more. I self-isolate too much. It's bad for me. Yeah. Viewership is also why I put Soviet Jump Game into the schedule for this week. If you didn't see it, I'm going to be participating in the Soviet Scramble on Friday for the first time in like a really long time. Bye-bye, bot. I'm going to be in the Soviet Scramble for the first time in a while because I was at the height of my popularity, which was like an average of, I think, around 6 viewers, 5 to maybe 5.5 viewers, like every 30-day period. Back in the Soviet Jump Games, I averaged around like 5 to 6 streamers a stream, or 5 to 6 viewers every stream when I was playing Soviet Jump Game. So I was like, I'm just kind of curious to see if I can still get that out of Soviet Jump Game. You know, I burned myself out on Soviet Jump Game really hard by playing it every day, and then when a lot of the people I played with really enjoyed that game and it was obvious, I don't know why you dropped it. I can give you plenty of reasons why I dropped that game. Finally, like I'm down to go into the whole shebang if you really want me to. Of why I dropped Soviet Jump Game finally. But yeah, I'm just kind of curious to see if I can go back to it and still get those viewers, and then maybe I'll play it like once a week, every so often, if it pulls people in and is interesting to people. Maybe I'll try to like do the thing where I'll make it like a collaboration thing. Actually, no, I take that back. When I first started out with the Soviet Jump Game days, avoid burnout. Yep. When I first started out in the Soviet Jump Game days, try some more Mario Odyssey, maybe speedrun or trick jump. But that's the thing, though. Mario Odyssey got me a lot of viewers at first, but then the viewership fell off by the end. And it really fell off after I finished the game and I was just going through like 100%ing everything, because at that point it's boring. Like, if I were really good at Mario Odyssey, then speedrunning and trick jumping would get me viewership. But I'm not. Again, it's not about what's popular. It's about what people want from you. I don't know that everyone really wants me to speedrun. People expressed interest in like having John teach me to speedrun, and I just kind of forgot about it. And so that stream could do well, right? Even like a series of streams where John teaches me to speedrun Mario Odyssey. But for me, just speedrunning it and trick jumping on my own, I don't see that helping me out too much. I have a weird cuticle thing. Wasn't I saying something about Soviet Jump Game before that? Before I went off on that tangent about Mario Odyssey? Yeah. I already forgot what it was. Yeah, I don't remember. It's gone. It's out of my brain. We'll never know what it was gonna be. It was probably something that I felt would be profound, but what ended up being sweet. Why you dropped it. Yeah, I dropped it because here's the thing, right? I love that game. I'll be the first one to tell you that game is far from perfect. It has a lot of flaws. Soviet Jump Game has tons of flaws. Like the netcode could be better, and if it's not the netcode, then it's the lack of servers. I think they need like a few more in different locations. Because the best connection I can get in that game is from the, I think it's either US East or US Central. I think it's US East. It's East US server. And even when I'm not streaming, okay, my ping is in the yellow. Even when I'm not streaming. So it's not that I'm streaming that's causing the internet to do poorly. It's literally I just can't get a good connection from with anybody while playing that game. And so every single time I try to jump at somebody, my character just teleports around them for a split second, and then I either hit them or I miss. It's a complete 50-50 toss. Yeah, it's extremely frustrating. And in the beginning, I didn't care because it wasn't about... The game was not about, the game itself. It was about the community around it. Because if you remember those days, I started playing Solo Jump Game during early access. So that was before there were bots, and there were only 10 or so people playing every game. So everyone just got to know each other really well. It became a very tight-knit group of people who just played the game all the time. And then, what game were we talking about? Soviet Jump Game. Game Grump's second game. Which is the game that I initially got popular on. And I had an average of 6 viewers every stream because of Soviet Jump Game. Yep. Because I got on it early. But yeah, Soviet Jump Game wasn't about the game itself, it was about the community. And then when bots were introduced, it became... there was friction between the players and the devs, which caused a few people to even leave the community in frustration, or even to get kicked out of the community, to get kicked out of the Discord, and they just no longer felt welcome after that, so they just never came back. Which, that's a whole drama thing we don't need to get into. I think it was honestly not as bad as it could have been. I think it was just a lot of just both sides wanting something and the other one not listening. But yeah, the game was just kind of taken in a direction that caused some people to leave. I still enjoyed the game, so I continued to play it, even though a lot of people were kind of backing out. A lot of people that I looked at as friends who played the game. And with those friends gone, all that was left for me was this frustration of every time I try to jump on somebody, I have a 50-50 chance of hitting them or not. So no matter how good I am at the game, I will never know. It'll never show, because every time I jump at someone, I either hit them or I don't, and there's nothing that I can do as a player to help control for that. Unless I just get really good at reading lag, but that's not very fun, getting teleported into a person's boot is never a good feeling. So after a while, I was just... And then also around that time, the streams weren't getting as many viewers either. It was starting to decline. So I saw what I thought was the writing on the wall, and I was like, maybe it's time to try to move on to other stuff. Yeah, the friends you love playing with leave, it becomes more of a chore playing some games. Yeah, it became so easy for me to get burned out because the community was gone. So I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna move on to other stuff. And I haven't been popular ever since. Until recently. I feel like I've kind of hit my stride with Duolingo. Weirdly enough. Duolingo, and in a sense, also kind of the just chatting streams also seem to do pretty well. But if I were to return a Soviet Jump Game and just play it once a week, maybe during the Soviet scrambles, I could see myself playing it more. If I get people to play with me too, that'd be helpful. But yeah, I put Soviet Jump Game into the schedule this week just to see if it was something that I was interested in going back to and maybe playing more often again. We'll see how that turns out. Hey, played the Portal games. Did not finish Portal 1, did finish Portal 2. Single player and co-op. Once a week, maybe every other. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's about what I was thinking. Yeah, I think the game is super fun. I just think it's a very flawed game too. And you guys know me. I love to nitpick. I see the problems before I see the good. Oh, and even though I'm trying to be a more positive person, it's hard. It's hard sometimes. I'm just a know-it-all. It has to be right. Just means you love it and you want it to be good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I could be wrong about this, but I don't think Soviet Jump Game has been updated in a while. It's been a while since the game has had a patch. And it's still got some stuff that I feel like could be changed to be better. Like, there are a few power-ups in that game that I just refuse to pick up because they're not useful. Of course, a lot of the problems that need to be fixed can't be fixed because the game needs to make money in order for the problems to be fixed. And I don't know how much money Soviet Jump Game is pulling in. If it's like not profitable, then I don't see the grumps like pouring more into it from other places. Unless it's like a passion project, at which point then absolutely they'll put money into it, but probably not much if they haven't been updating it. Yeah. I don't want to spend the whole time ragging on Soviet Jump Game because that just feels mean. And also because I like the devs still. Hang on, let's see. When's the last time they updated Soviet Jump Game? Oh, August 20th, 2020. Okay, so that's recent. Improved connection time to matches, improved connection stability, integrity of players input better preserved over poor network connections. People with bad network connections given more time to recover before forced disconnects. Fixed issues with Sweet Tony's presentation. Fixed potential exploit in which a clone player could connect multiple times. Okay, so they fixed it back in August. So if they are working on an update, they're just kind of taking their time with it. Let's see. But seriously, you should seriously consider trying a speedrun of some kind. I did once. I tried to speedrun Kirby Star Allies, and partway through the stream, I was just like, man, this is kind of boring. I stopped. It's like, this is boring. Let's play something else. Yeah, the Kirby Star Allies speedrun did not last long. I could see my stomach hurts. I actually ate before this stream and I'm still hungry. I don't know why. Yeah, it's just something you want to do without fail. Bloodborne, I feel like I could be good enough to do it. I don't know if that cum chalice is allowed in the speedrun. I'd have to look. Let's look at that real quick, actually. Speedrun.com. Bloodborne. And I suppose I could put this on screen for everybody to see. That could be nice of me to do. Let's see. Boop. Depending on the category. Any percent. Both the created characters, IGT at the end of the run counts. This means the player has finished the game and must quit the game after triggering game run's last cutscene. You may kill as many or as few bosses as you want to finish the game. What are the game rules? Like all Bloodborne speedruns, the runtime is recorded using the in-game timer. This means once the player has finished a run of their category, they do need to imperatively check their IGT from the load game. You may not edit your game in any way, shape, or form. You may not use save files. Use of the in-game save and quit mechanic is permitted throughout the run, with exceptions made for canceling character animations caused by the X button inputs, i.e. opening doors, gates, chests, etc., and for canceling the starting character animation whilst on the table in Yosefka's clinic at the beginning of the run. In the situation where the game/console crashes, you are permitted to restart the game and continue the run. That is, unless the crash has inadvertently contravened one of the save and quit exceptions as listed above. Glitches, skips, and sequence breaks are all allowed. Playing in offline mode is mandatory. There you go. We wouldn't be able to do it then. Because I think in order to do chalices, you have to be online. Online play with other players or alone in any way is completely banned. If you can do chalices offline, then it would be... I don't see anything they I don't see any rule against using the cum chalice, but players may not visually obstruct game elements from the screen. All game elements that count towards the game's HUD need to be shown at all times during speedruns. Okay. So, I mean, I guess it just depends on whether or not you can use the cum chalice while you're offline. If so, then it's totally legal. Just reach level 4, level 45 right at the start of the game and steamroll. Fair enough, I think it is that way so you don't get invaded. You wouldn't get invaded even if you played Bloodborne online on stream because no one plays Bloodborne for PvP. The PvP in Bloodborne is awful. Because all you have to do is kill the Sinister Bell Ringing Woman and then you're free. So everyone just kind of gave up. No one PvPs in Bloodborne because they can never get summoned. Like, the moment Dark Souls 3 came out, everyone was like, right into Dark Souls 3, it's so much better. There's so many more quality of life changes they make, so it's easier to get summoned as an invader. Including, like, a red sign soapstone so that you can summon red phantoms if you want. Like, by choice. But yeah, that wouldn't really be a problem. So there's a possibility and that can throw off entire runs. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not why they're doing it. I think it's mostly because they don't want people using co-op to get through the game. Because then that's cheap. Yeah, I wouldn't mind learning the speedrun in the game, which I've said many times before, but I don't know if I'd be good at it. That's the thing. Maybe like a one-time deal where I just try it and see what happens. Who knows? I still have to do the stream where I have John teach me how to speedrun Super Mario Odyssey. That hasn't happened yet. Someday. I had this thought in my brain where I kind of want to try to see if I can collab with at least one streamer every week. We'll see how that goes. You don't need to be good at it. But I do. That's the thing. Like, no matter how much I enjoy it, like, it's hard to pull in viewers, especially with Bloodborne. Bloodborne's also like an oversaturated category, so it's hard to get noticed in it. That's the thing. I want to be able to do this full time at some point, so I'm working hard to like try to get noticed more these days. I'm trying more things. It's not always about setting records. It's not about setting records. But if you want viewers like for doing it, you gotta be good at it. That's the only thing. Or you have to be funny, and I'm not funny. But Bloodborne is absolutely a game that I could play over and over again, just never get tired of it. So it would be if I did it, it would be the kind of thing that I do it like every so often, just to soothe the soul. You are quite funny. I'm glad people think so. I never know. I don't get humor. Give yourself credit. I can't. I'm not funny. Like, every time like, all throughout high school and even a lot of times in college, I would, like, show people things. I would crack jokes or, like, show off projects I had worked on that were meant to be funny. And people wouldn't laugh. And every single time I'm just like, oh my god, no. Like, I was never the funniest kid in school. To the point where people would get really annoyed with me. And so I guess I'm just traumatized from my school days. Different brands of humor. Yeah, exactly. Like, I've talked about this a few times on stream. The Burger Gauntlet, the infomercial I made with a buddy in college. That was one of the funniest things I've ever made, honestly. at the time when we showed it, not everyone laughed at it as much as I thought they would, and that made me sad. And then a friend from college came in the chat, different friends, not from the video. They came in the chat one day and talked for a minute, and they were like, yeah, they're still showing that infomercial in class. I crack so many Smash jokes to people that don't get it, and people often look at me like I'm an idiot. Well, it's just people. This is people not getting Smash jokes. I'm talking about I just try to be funny in general, and then it doesn't always work out. Like, people won't get Smash jokes unless they play Smash. It is the same thing, kind of. Like, there's a difference between like trying to make people laugh with Smash jokes, and then trying to like make people laugh the way a stand-up comedian makes people laugh by talking about something that's just general that everyone can understand. What you find funny might not make everyone laugh. And I honestly just don't laugh at things very often. If I'm watching a funny video by myself, there has to be something. It has to have a certain quality that make me actually laugh out loud. Often I'll just laugh in my head. I'll just be like, that's funny. My brand of humor is like the clever humor that never makes people laugh, but people go, oh, I see what you did there. It's always delivered in a very dry manner. Why am I hungry? I actually ate before this stream, if you can believe that. And I'm still hungry. Well, I've made a ton of French people laugh about Fanta, but that wouldn't work here. Exactly. Exactly. What else do I want to talk about today? We talked about Bloodborne. We talked about Soviet Jump Game a lot. We talked about my parents finally taking an interest in the streaming. Talked about not wanting, why I don't want to stream Rainbow Six Siege. I talk about so much heavy streamer shit. I want to talk about something lighter, but my life is just me sitting on my ass watching YouTube, so I feel like there's nothing. Oh yeah, we can talk about this. Which is just another streaming thing, god damn it. Whatever. Here's another streaming thing again. Just know your eyes doesn't do anything just to... Whoops, I keep came out from under. Doesn't do anything to make people, general people laugh. Yeah, but like, I still struggle to figure out who my audience is all the time. Let me show you guys this real quick. This is yesterday's Friday Night Funkin' stream. Twitch is convinced that I'm still broadcasting this 24 hours later. And I can't get it to stop. The only way for me to actually get the VOD up on YouTube was to save the whole thing as a highlight and then export that to YouTube. And then also, it's not on here now because I erased it, but I spent several hours, at least 2 hours, making a big highlight reel of the first Breath of the Wild stream. And it got stuck in limbo and just never stopped processing. I finished it on April 8th, and it continued to process up until like yesterday. And I finally was just like, it's never gonna finish processing, is it? And I just erased it. Yep. It was never gonna finish. I just gave up on it. There's all that work gone. That was depressing. Yeah, Twitch has been screwing up a lot more lately, I've noticed. I don't know why. I miss Premiere. I wish I had money to be able to afford Premiere. I had someone who will remain anonymous the last time I complained about not having Premiere offer a ripped version of it to me. And I was like, oh, no thanks. I don't want that. I want to be able to afford it myself. I want to be able to pay monthly for it to have like the best version of it. And then go from there if I'm gonna do it. I just don't use it enough to warrant paying for it every month. But yeah, watch along could be also good for you. I was talking about that on the Breath of the Wild stream too. I want to do like a watch along of some kind. The only problem though, right? Okay. If I'm gonna do a watch along, I want to make it so that the companies involved have no reason to complain about it. And the only way I can think to do that is to do it the same way that Hololive does it. So you can't stream it in Discord for people who don't have like Disney Plus or Netflix or whatever you're watching it on, Crunchyroll, whatever the hell it might be. You have to make it so that people have to pay for the service already in order to show it. The only thing I could possibly... So, like, I could see myself watching Marvel movies, but not everyone has Disney Plus. Not everyone has, like, Netflix to watch a movie on Netflix. I don't know what people would want to watch together, necessarily. Just knowing what people want from me is such a hard thing, because I'm such a self-centered prick. I just don't care about anyone but myself. One thing we could do, though, if I got permission to link my Twitch account with my brother's Prime account, Twitch actually lets you do watch parties of things that are on Prime Video, so long as everyone has Prime Video. So you can just actually start watch parties on stream and watch things with people. Lately, I've been watching Invincible with my dad on Fridays. Really freaking good show, actually. I wouldn't mind watching that on stream. Very violent, very gory, though. It's definitely my kind of show, where it's just like putting a spin on something that's well known. I've been wanting to watch Carnival Row. What is Carnival Row? Carnival Row. I was too lazy to type it. Oh, yeah. I know this one. I watched this, actually. Yeah, I watched all of season 1 with my dad. And I think I did. I don't remember if I actually finished it or not. But it was very good. It was very good. Oh, and it got renewed for season 2 in July 2019. Before a full month before the show even aired, but I guess the start date's TBD though. Probably delayed after, you know, the shitstorm that his life hit. Nice. Yeah, if you don't know, Carnival Row is a show where mythological creatures are real. It takes place in like a Victorian setting where there's an island. I'm quoting this from memory. This could be entirely wrong. There's an island where mythological creatures are real, and those mythological creatures are like taken. Those mythological creatures start coming over to the real world, like Victorian London, and it's a very dark, gritty, realistic take on what that would entail. There's like fairy brothels, racism, and all kinds of weird shit. Very good. It's a very good show. Every time I go to put my cup back, I'm very careful to not bump the mic because I have it positioned in a way that just makes it very hard to move my cup to and from the table. Well, I gotta go. Take care of yourself, buddy. I mean, at this point, I think I'm the only viewer left, so if you're leaving, dude, then we might call it here then. Because I got thumbnails I gotta make. Unless people want to see me organize the thumbnail folder, which looks atrocious right now and desperately needs a cleaning. I'd have a good day. You too, man. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you later. Yeah, I could sit here and organize my thumbnail folder, which looks god-awful. Like, it, you know, just like reach a point where we're scraping the bottom of the barrel, so we're just doing file organizing on stream. Because here's my thumbnail folder. Look at this. Look at this. Just look at this folder. It's in streams, thumbnails. Look at this. I just kind of let it. It's a new folder. I just kind of let it go. I'm lazy about it, and now it's just turned into this atrocity. So yeah, I could stand to like organize it a little bit, just a little bit. I mean, fuck it, why not? I need an excuse to do it. Let's just do it. And we change the title to reflect what we're doing. There we go. Updated successfully. Let's organize this. It won't be too hard to organize. I need to just put the projects into their own folder, put the assets into their own folders that are separated by subfolders, and then put the finished thumbnails in their own folders as well. So that's the total of 3 folders. Let's start by cleaning up the projects, so that's easy. Move you guys into here. Move them in bulk. There we go. It's gonna be fun to open up old projects later on down the line once I've moved everything, because it's gonna GIMP is gonna freak out and just be like, where is it? Where are all the assets? I can't find them. Or who knows, maybe GIMP will be smarter than Photoshop and it'll know to look in the folder that now has new subfolders where the assets used to be. Can I make this easier? Hang on. Let's make this easier on myself. View. Give me the details and sort them by type. There we go. Life made easier. There we go. All of the GIMP files are put away now. Now we need all of the finished, thumbnails, which easy enough to do for the most part. It's mostly JPEGs. Bring back the tile, the icons. Zoom in a little bit here. Sort by how do I want to do this? What's the best way to go about doing this? I suppose I could clean up my assets first. Finding the thumbnails would be a lot easier though. Finish thumbnails. Because, spoiler alert, every single finished thumbnail has the word thumb in it, for the most part. So I am able to just select all of these for the most part and pick out the ones I don't want, like the project files that I somehow missed. Toss them in here. I guess it already did it. Okay, back out. All right, and yeah, they're all put away. Okay, great. So now we can just deal with the assets. This is the meat and bulk, and once we have our assets all sorted, we can move on to like picking up anything we left behind. Best way to do it, in my opinion, is like subfolders probably. So let's see. I have a lot of Doki stuff, so let's start with DDLC assets. So Yuri, all of the Yuri stuff can go in here. There's a thumbnail that didn't get put away, along with that one. I could probably stand to sort these by series, but I think it's okay. I can worry about that later. Let's start moving assets. So this is all DDLC stuff. Zero Sprite. That can go to DLC. That can go in there. Natsuki and Monica can go in there. By the way, I finally, after so many years of theming all of my tech stuff after Sombra from Overwatch, not only have I broken away from it on my computer after many years, I have also finally broken away from it on my phone. You can't see it because there's a lot of notifications and stuff in the way, but I can pull up the picture. Why are you sideways? There we go. Monica is now my profile picture. I know you can't tell what that says and what it looks like. It's really overexposed for some reason, but yeah, I finally changed my profile picture. Or I changed my lock screen. My home screen's still the same. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. What else? What other DLC stuff do we have? Here's another asset. Oop, pop that in there. Here's another thumbnail. That can go in there. That's a finished thumbnail. Okay. That's all of the DLC stuff. I had a lot of DLC stuff in here, which makes sense because I started doing the thumbnail stuff. I started making the thumbnails with Blue Skies, so it would make sense that I have the most Literature Club stuff to use. That all goes in that folder. Okay, now I need a new one. Let's move on to just a general purpose folder. So let's see, like the Cat in the Hat. We'll put the Cat in the Hat in the general folder. I'm gonna keep things that can be like added to myself, like as a separate folder. This coconut from the coconut mall joke. This is a finished thumbnail actually. Put that in there. I'll make a CEFG folder for myself. This is a general, I would say. The crewmates is general. Sad Duel belongs to a Duolingo folder. I should keep my mom's bakery logo as a separate thing. Let's toss some of the stuff in the. Toss some of that stuff in there. Do you have anything else? Let's make a folder for Smash. We'll make one for Smash Brothers, Smash Ultimate. Oh, it dropped frames at some point. That's great. Always good to see. Make a Smash Ultimate one. We'll do Among Us. Sorry, I almost spelled it wrong. My bad. See? Okay. Back out. You both need to go into the Smash folder. The only reason I'm not tossing everything in there is because there are some things that don't need to be in there. I don't think. Oh yeah, we need a folder for like props. Like a props folder. So for the stuff like let's see. Maybe a more accurate name would be like a miscellaneous. Okay, that's a little more accurate. For all the stuff like this, the Super Saiyan hair, the Sans eye, like this stuff, eyes, the Earth. I feel like Earth can go in general. I don't even know where I'm gonna put this. I think I might just toss this in there free floating, and I just deselected everything. You know, I need a folder for like logos. Breath of the Wild Horse is its own thing. You know, now that I think about it, background folder would do well too. Put those in my assets. I guess the text can be miscellaneous. Okay. From here, let's see. Let's add logos, backgrounds. That's a background. We'll add backgrounds and logos at the same time. That's background, those are logos. These are backgrounds. Whoops, what did I just do? I don't know what I just did. I just made copies of a bunch of crap that I didn't want to make copies of. I need these. These are backgrounds. That I don't even need. That I don't need. Discord logo is a logo. That's a background. Breath of the Wild, Healy River, that's background. That's background. This is technically, is this an asset? Is this the same? Oh, right, I made it, it was a JPEG at first, and I re-exported it so that it could be a PNG, that's right. I remember that now, that's logo. Logo, background, 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 logo, background. Oh, but that might have all these games mixed together. That doesn't help much. You know, I don't want to be too general. And also, that's the Amogus asset. That should be an Amogus. Yeah, I think starting them by game is fine. And then having the miscellaneous stuff be like stuff that I can add for extra, on top for extra flair as it were. That's fine. general for everything else that's not really a game is fine. So we can have like Cuphead assets. I can put in Bloodborne assets. Just assets for like a by game basis is fine. Bakery. Okay. Toss the bakery stuff in there. At this point, I think we're okay. I'm okay. Just toss everything in here. We can sort from there. Let's see. Let's see. It's a good thing I did a good job labeling the Bloodborne stuff. Everything had Bloodborne in front of it. Into Bloodborne you go. This and this go into bakery. Miles Morales folder. Miles Morals. Oh, this is technically not a Miles Morales asset, but I'm gonna count it because it fits. I mean, I can put it in general. It's fine. Is that all the Spider-Man stuff? I think so. Let's toss it into Miles Morales folder. He's going to KFC. Cuphead. Make a Breath of the Wild folder. Yes. Whoop. Good old devil goes in Cuphead. We need a Duolingo folder. There we go. Getting organized. Getting much more organized. Toss those in the Duolingo. Sam Am can go into general. Just here. Blue Sky can go in general. Bean Boozled can go in general. And then of course I always have the opportunity to. I always have the option of subdividing these folders out even more to create more to create categories within them, just to like separate like logos and stuff. One of these is a JPEG. I'm too lazy to look though, so we'll just put these in general. Duolingo. We'll make a Minecraft folder. This is more of a general thing. That can be deleted. This can also be deleted. Haunted House can go in general. Earth is general. Discord logo. We can make a Discord folder. For like Discord related assets. Of course, I'm self-centered, so I need a CEFG folder for my face. And then a Mucus. And there we go. My thumbnails folder is now more sorted than it has ever been. Look at that. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. All my projects are in one place. My finished thumbnails all in one place. And my assets all sorted nicely and beautifully. With the option of subdividing the folders out for even more specificity, if that is even a word. Yes. Yes. Glorious. Beautiful. 'Tis a thing of beauty. Alright. We're looking good. Okay. The folder is now clean. It has been almost 2 hours, so I think we can call it good there, because I am hungry. If you happen to have hung out for this entire just chatting stream, thank you. I don't know why you would do that, but you know, you did, and I love you for it. If you're interested in more stuff like this, consider following, I guess. I usually do more interesting things than just sort thumbnails. I promise. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing starting our new visual novel playthrough. Hatoful Boyfriends, the game, the dating sim where you date pigeons. That's what you do. I'm not kidding. You date pigeons. You are a girl who fucks birds in high school. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Lots of boy characters for once, which means I don't have to. You won't have to hear 20 girl voices I can't pull off. It's great. So that'll be at 12 p.m. EDT if you want to come see that. And the day after that, we'll be doing Soviet Scramble later at night, and starting at like 6:50 EDT. And of course, I'm doing collab with John on Saturday. He's gonna give me a tour of his community Minecraft server, which would be cool. Yeah, that's what I have coming down the pipeline this week. I have to pee, so I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching, everybody. I will find you all someone fun to watch. Take care of yourselves, and goodbye. Oh, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, join the Discord, all that fun stuff.